Today on Titan Town, we're going to change the oil in a 5.6 liter V8 Titan. We're going to need 6.5 liters of 5W30 motor oil. We use AMSOIL XL, a 4mm hex, a filter. This is a 15K13 AMSOIL. Some easy funnels will help us out. 14mm ratchet and a 14mm on a torque wrench set to 25 foot-pounds for tightening the drain bolt. So first I'm going to remove the oil fill cap, and I'm going to put in my easy funnel. They're paper, so they're disposable. They're clean when you get them, and you don't have to clean them up after. So when you're buying your AMSOIL, throw a couple of those in your cart. They're only $2. So first off, we're going to take our 14mm and crack open the drain bolt. Have your pan ready underneath to catch the oil as it comes out. It helps if the engine's warmed up, but you don't want it really hot. Just run it for a few minutes ahead of time. And we're going to let that drain out. And while that's draining out, you can get everything ready, or you can move on to the oil filter. So on this truck, it's a Pro4X. So the difference with the Pro4X is the skid plate. You have to access the oil filter through the skid plate. There's an access door. But this procedure is the same for all 04 to 15 Titans and some Armadas as well. So moving on to the access door for the oil filter, I've got my 4mm hex on an impact driver, and use that to remove all 4 hex bolts. I have upgraded these bolts to stainless steel because the original stripped out. The stainless steel ones are a bit harder and they won't rust. It's easy to get out. So move your door out of the way. And the oil has stopped draining, so I've got the plug and tighten back in, and you can take your torque wrench and torque that to 25 foot-pounds. There's the oil filter up there. Now what I do is I hand tighten it with one hand as tight as I can, and then I can pretty much always get it off with 2 hands if I have to. This was a bit tricky to reach in there, but I got it off with just my bare hands. Okay, I'm going to take your new oil filter and take some used oil or new oil and just put a little bit around the O-ring to lube it up. And take it and screw it back up in place. And I always tighten it with one hand, as tight as I can go with one hand. No, I never use any tools to tighten my oil filters. And now you can go and dump in your 6.5 liters of AMSOIL synthetic oil. And even with a funnel, I spilled a little bit. funnel definitely helps. Now I'm going to put a link in the description below where you can buy your AMSOIL, or you can check out my website, partsolutions.ca. Go directly to that website. You can buy oil from me. That will help me make some more videos for you guys. I don't dump in 2 full bottles here. One was a part bottle, so 1 and a bit. And I just eyeballed the lines on the side of the bottles, which isn't the most accurate way of measuring it. So dump in what you think is close to 6.5 liters, and then we'll check it after. So the nice thing about these funnels, you don't have to clean them up, you don't have to store them, just fold them up and toss them. And use a clean new one next time. Now pull your dipstick out, give it a wipe, put it back in. And give it a check. And I underestimated a little bit, so I'm going to add a little bit more oil. And don't forget to put your access door back on. If you're wondering why I have a black skid plate on my Pro4X, it is Raptor lined with a bed liner, spray-on bed liner. And I'm happy with how that turned out. I have a video for that as well. I can put a link at the top for that. So if this video was helpful in any way, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm trying to reach 1,000 subscribers and we're almost there. So one last thing I like to do when I change my oil is to check my oil catch cans and empty them out. I've already got waste oil in a drain pan, so why not add a little bit more? Now if you want to see a video on why I have these oil catch cans and how I installed them, check out this link. But they do seem to catch some excess oil and junk. So don't forget to subscribe, and thank you for watching.